Welcome back to another episode of Chad's Adventures. Well, we're continuing our journey through Virginia, and today I want to show you some highlights of my visit to Williamsburg, a very cool old town. Part of my Nelson ancestors have a history in this town also. So without further ado, here's some of my highlights. Okay, so I left Yorktown and traveled down the road a few miles to Williamsburg, Virginia. And I'm standing right in front of the College of William and Mary. And in this building behind me, there's a chapel where my fourth great grandfather, John Nelson, married Nancy Ann Carter on July 25th, 1781. Now, John Nelson was the son of Secretary Thomas Nelson, who we just talked about in Yorktown. And so let's go inside and see if we can find the chapel he got married in. So I got into the building, and immediately to the right, there's a proctor room. And the proctor room was a schoolroom. The gentleman told me that right here where I'm standing is where the teacher stood to teach his class, or he or her, I'm not sure. And you can see where all the students sit across the room. Like they sat here, but the students that were bad and disorderly, usually younger students, sometimes they get put in this area and this area, these little boxes that there was acting sort of like where the dunces would sit, the bad students. This is where the teacher would have said, "Okay, students, listen up. You there, get into the dunce booth." So it's kind of what it was like. Okay, I'm on the back side of the building. This is actually called the Wren building. William and Mary College was established in the 1600s, and this building was built in 1695. This right here is the chapel. And this is where my fourth great grandparents got married. As a matter of fact, someone just got married in there in the same spot that they did. It's very fascinating. Let's check it out. Good afternoon and welcome to Wren Chapel at William and Mary College. I'm going to read a text to you today from the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Well, this is where a lot of history happened. This chapel's been here for a long time. My fourth great grandparents got married right here. And this building was erected in 1695. It took 4 years. It was finished in 1699. It is the oldest college in America. So lots of history here. I'm honored to be in this spot right now. the second floor of the Wren building, where the classrooms of William and Mary College are located. They still use it, but it's been in use for a long, long time. Okay, I found another room called the Great Hall, and you can imagine why it's called that when you see it. So as I sit here in the Great Hall, soaking in the atmosphere, I can just imagine all the events that took place here over the years. The fireplace would be lit with a fire, and all the people that would be meeting in here. I could just hear the laughter, the conversation, the festivities that might have taken place here. You know, it just has a feel to it. So when I'm in places like this, I like to sit and feel that. And it's just amazing how connected you can feel. I feel like I'm connected to the past when I'm in places like this. All right, there's a plaque inside this building, and it's for the, in honor of the college company in the War of the Revolution. This was organized in 1777, and you can see the third one down is William Nelson Jr. of York County, second lieutenant. So he is related to me. I'm not exactly sure how. He may be Thomas Nelson Jr.'s brother, because Thomas Nelson Jr. was son of William Nelson. Strange how they did things back then, because even though he was Thomas Nelson Jr., his grandfather was Thomas Nelson, and his uncle, my fifth grade grandfather, was Thomas Nelson. But I don't know how they figured those things out back then, but that's just how it went. So anyway, one of my forefathers right there. Check out this ice skating rink.
Strike the harp and join the chorus. La 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 la. Follow me in merry measure. La 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure. La 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 la. Fast away the old year passes. La 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses. La 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la.
All right, check out the old style street light. There is so much to see and do here in Williamsburg and also Yorktown, Virginia. These places really exceeded my expectations. So much history, interesting things to see and do. But I simply ran out of time. As you can see, it's dark, things are closing. So I'm gonna have to pick up this adventure again on another day. But until next time, be looking for more Chad's Adventures. Well, I'm excited to share some of my highlights of this trip to Williamsburg. If you like my content, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, this is Chad signing off.